What's up, Facebook?
Here I am.
Welcome to my studio. How you guys like my my new display? FoxSoulTVTarik. Now, we have been collaborating every Wednesday and Friday with the lovely people at Fox Soul Television. It's been a bit arduous to get things done because they control the media, but we hear you guys, and hopefully pretty soon this won't be so complicated, and we're gonna get to the lovely ladies of the real. It's Friday. Happy Friday. I am wearing a salmon colored designer t-shirt with just some khaki cream shorts. Real simple. I have the luxury of working from home, so I just have some house shoes on. Here go the lovely ladies.
So I don't know if you should tell everything. If the person's in your life and you still talk to them, they should know that. But if you're talking to them 3 times a day for hours at a time, I don't think you say everything.
Garcia, you know I'm not going to let you off. What did he say that turned you off?
Yeah, I want to know too.
He was sick in the hospital, and there was a girlfriend of his that stayed every night with him at the hospital, right? The one night she left, her best friend came to, sort of say, hey, I know, so, something else happened.
That'll tell you something about somebody's character for sure.
Thank you.
That speaks to the constitution of who they are.
That's right. And I couldn't recover.
Okay, I'm the weirdo that wants to know everything. Like, if I can sit and make my husband tell me everything, I want to know everything. I don't know. I think there's something to, like, I hate not knowing. I'd rather just know everything. Does that make sense? On the other hand, my husband is not the same way. I'm a total open book, and I would tell everything. He's just not interested. Like, he doesn't think it's necessary, and he doesn't care to hear, and he's like, no, thank you. You don't have to tell me that stuff. But I am an open book. And I could see myself being like, and then this one time in band camp, and I have learned from my husband that you don't need to say everything. So, yeah.
No, you cannot.
So I think it depends on who you're with and what they require. My husband always tells me most of the time he doesn't remember, and that kind of annoys me. I'm like, yes, you do. You remember. What happened?
No, because we up there. We up there, Munchkin. He telling the truth. We kind of up there. Because if you ask me about my history, it's some dudes in college I don't remember.
I remember everything. I think it is so important to tell your significant other if they are ever going to be in the presence of that other person. Because I would never want somebody to feel like they have one up on my man. Like, they're looking at me and I'm looking at them and they're like, I know. I'm like, He knows too. And what? So I think that's so important. But I've never been in that position. I know you guys think this is crazy, but I always kind of hope that I would run into those people. I don't know why. Because I'm like happily married. Like, I just think it would be funny.
If you weren't happy, you'd be like, I don't want to run into him. But you're happy and in love.
It just would be funny to me.
That's it. I have to bring up, guys, we have to talk about this. Family feuds. I recently read an article on Everything Girls Loves blog. Now, I want to know, if you hear your man having an argument, are you going to give some advice? Are you going to listen? Are you going to sit back? I want to know, Adrian, what would you do?
I'm going to give advice in private. I'm going to let it go on, right? And then later on, I'm going to be like, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you say that? Right? And on top of that, it depends. If somebody's disrespecting my husband, I don't care who it is, and I can see that he feels disrespected, I am absolutely going to step up and defend him. If he, and this is the thing, if he's the one that's wrong, I'm still going to defend him, and then I'm going to be like, you know you was wrong, right? Like, you're absolutely, like, you are so wrong, and you need to apologize for that later on.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
In front of people, absolutely not. I'm always going to defend my husband. And especially even when it comes to family, there are some people that are in your family that are not good for you, that are not for you. And so if that was the situation, I'm coming on in.
But have you ever had, like, you tell a girlfriend about a guy that did you wrong, right? Then the girlfriend gets mad at the guy, but then you make up with the guy. So I only feel like with family, I don't know if you should jump in all the time. I think you got to let them resolve. Maybe you give them advice outside of the family, but I think once you get involved, then it's like, I think it's tricky. I don't think you do it.
I think not all the time. I'm so grateful that I've never had to be in this kind of situation, but I feel like if somebody was talking to my husband straight crazy, I don't care who you are. Like, I don't care if it was his father that was berating him in front of me. I'd be like, hold on. That's what we're not doing. I wouldn't necessarily go into a back and forth, but I'd say this is what we're not going to do. Like, I'd be like the type of person that would say, the two of you need to calm down. The two of you need to calm down. And when we are calm in a better place, we should resolve this and discuss this. But my job as a wife is always to bring peace to a situation, not to rile it up. So I would step in, but my position would be to bring peace to the situation, not to be like, yeah, smack your father. Like, I would, that would not be my position.
Nobody wants
But see, that's the thing about family. This is why I don't get in family business, because that's a long history of stuff that I don't know.
Right.
That's why I don't get involved. If that's between you and your mama and y'all, no, I don't want to hear. I wasn't here in 1986, so I ain't getting into that.
Would you let James' mom like curse him out in front of you? Or like if you knew that they had a tumultuous relationship?
Really?
If you knew that his father or somebody was verbally abusive to him, would you step in?
Ooh. See, I think when you see me, you ain't gonna talk like that in front of me.
In front of you.
That's true.
I see that.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that's something that probably happened privately between them and everything.
Yeah.
Now maybe we had a couple of drinks. It's on and popping. You know what I mean? I'm all in. Because once drinking, you know you can always blame it on the alcohol. Like, I'm sorry, I called you this, but I didn't mean to call your mama a bitch. I'm so sorry. It was the alcohol. I told you, stop. Don't let me have 2 drinks with your family.
Oh,
2.
my
That's
Lord.
it. That's the cutoff. Things start happening. So, I'm going to take up for them, especially if I'm drinking. But, if it's family, I try to stay out of family business. Because that's, no one wins in the family feud. Who said that, Adrian?
Jay-Z.
That's
Garcelle,
right.
you're not stepping in, right? You're just going to be like, I'm chilling?
I'm going to help him on his side. I'm not going in between them. No.
Well, these people are about to be family, too. A bride recently went viral after she allowed one of her bridesmaids' boyfriends to propose to her in the middle of her own wedding. And while some people thought that the gesture was super sweet, like I did, others thought that it took a lot of nerve to make someone else's day, like their big day, about themselves. On one hand, the bride clearly knew that it was going to happen. You guys, obviously, you can see that she's helping them set it up.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, they're saying that she may have actually felt pressured to say yes, so that she wouldn't ruin that guy's proposal. Which made me wonder, you guys, would you ever allow someone to propose on your special day or on a special event of yours? Why are you nodding no, Garcelle?
Hell to the no. There are 365 days in the year. Pick another day. Pick another day.
But it's not every day that they're going to be in like a beautiful setting. Everyone's going to be in gowns.
I'm so
sorry
she got
her
to
hair
hear
and
that.
makeup done.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's not okay. It's not okay. That's not okay. I mean, obviously this bride was okay with it. And that made it beautiful. But I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. There's other days to do it. I don't want my special day memory to be of you getting engaged. I just don't think it's good decorum. I really don't.
I would have to say that if it's during the bouquet toss.
I was like, sure.
But that's because that's you, Munchkin. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a lot of things with a wedding. But that's the one time that you're supposed to be the princess. And this is coming from a woman that hosts Bridezillas. You know what I mean? I see everything that they go through. When we did your wedding, Munchkin, I mean, what would that look like? Hey, Adrian, I know we over here in Paris and everything, and since we over here, can I piggyback on your event, like right after you kiss
Guys,
kiss Israel? That ain't right.
Someone did do that at my wedding. Guys,
No.
I know this probably isn't public information, but one of my family members wanted to ask his girlfriend to marry him. And so on my day of my wedding, I actually sent one of my assistants to go get, the love lock, the gate.
Yeah.
When people put those love locks on, I went and had one of them engraved for them. On the day of my wedding, I was working to get them a lock and have it engraved with their names so that they could put it on the love lock thing. And I thought it was special and nice. They got married and they got divorced, so maybe that wasn't a good idea.
Oh.
See.
Swear. I swear, they got married and they are now divorced. I only got married 4 years ago.
I know, that's what I was like. What happened? You just got
They
married.
got divorced. I swear, they're already divorced.
It's not okay. I just
can't
think
make these
that's
things
your
up.
special day. They need to have their special day. That's how I feel.
That's it.
Okay. I also knew somebody that this kind of happened to. I went. I don't know if I could say this. All right, I'm gonna say it. Okay, so I went on a birthday trip for the rapper Fab, and it was the night of his birthday. We had a huge party at the club in Santo Domingo. We went to Dominican Republic. We're having the best time. It was good vibes. It was all couples. And we later went up to Fab's huge suite. And out of nowhere, I'm talking, and I turn over, and Neo was proposing to the mother of his children, Moneta. And I know it sounds really weird, but it was kind of awkward. And you could tell that Fab was kind of like, what's happening? This is my birthday party.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It was like, it's my birthday party.
It's not right.
What is happening here? I mean, granted, he was, of course, happy for them, but there definitely was a slightly awkward moment there.
There was like that. It was that type of moment.
I swear, I just noticed right now that, although that's heartbreaking, their situation didn't work out. Maybe it's just bad juju to do that.
Yes, it's bad juju. Listen, remember Meghan Markle went to Princess Eugene's wedding, and at the wedding, she mentioned that she was pregnant, which took all the attention from Princess Eugene to Meghan Markle's baby.
I never thought of it that way.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't do that. It's not kosher.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I just learned something. Y'all just really made me rethink this, because I was like, this is so nice.
Okay.
And I never understood why it would be bothersome to anyone.
You're too nice.
You guys
You're
made
way
some
too
great
nice.
points. And on that note, we have to take a break, but there's so much more girl chat on the way. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Real.
The real. All right. These ladies always spark an interesting conversation. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're staying cool like me. Do I want to know everything about my spouse? And do I want a significant other? If I had a significant other, girlfriend, when I had a girlfriend, do I want to know everything about her? And do I want to share everything about me with her? Now, ideally, you want to get to a point where you feel comfortable sharing everything with your partner. But that's your information. That's your history. Right? That's yours. That's your history, and you share your history with whom you please and when you please. Like when I start out dating and a woman asks me a question about my past that I don't feel like sharing with her at that moment, I just simply tell her, like, listen, I do have history. on that subject. But I'm not comfortable sharing that part of my life with you right now. If we get closer, you know, and when we get to that point, I'll be more than happy. I'll definitely be comfortable sharing everything with you. So you don't have to be comfortable sharing everything about yourself with someone. You know, it's your timeline. And also, women, you guys can be very curious. You guys can be very suspicious. So y'all naturally want to know everything, but you have to give people they time to share certain parts of themselves. And also everyone is not a storyteller, so you don't want to base what you hear about another person's life or another man's involvement or another woman's charades. Like, you don't want to compare that to your, you know, partner, because they may not have a juicy background. So it may very well be nothing to share. All right, back to the ladies.
I was shocked that he told me this. He didn't tell his dad. He hadn't told, you know, my husband at the time, his stepdad. And I was just like, I can't believe he's telling me this. So we talk about it. He leaves. He goes upstairs. I'm standing there. The room is spinning. I don't know who to call first to tell that he just told me. And then he comes back down and he goes, so what's for dinner? And I'm thinking, what's for dinner? You just told me you had sex. Like that's too much. So I was dying. But I want my kids to share, you know, I want to be able to talk to them about sex, but I don't want details.
That says a lot about you as a mom. Garcelle, that says so much about you as a mom, that your kids would trust you with that information, that he felt so comfortable saying that to you. And while I think that is amazing, I know that I could tell my mom anything. I just don't want to. Why? That's so gross. Like, I would never want to have these conversations. So pretty much this is me and my mom having sex conversations. It was this. Okay. Listen, don't you come home pregnant, because I'm not raising nobody else's kids. And I was like, okay. And I did not come home pregnant for her to raise anybody else's kids.
Good.
No, my mom don't want to know nothing. My mom don't want. She always tell me, I ain't one of your little girlfriends. I'm like, little girlfriend, girl. That's what she always say. So don't tell me that. I ain't one of your little girlfriends. So I don't want to know about your little business. Now, that was when I was younger, Garcelle. But now that I'm older, and if we start drinking, conversation is totally different.
No way.
Are you really serious?
In 1956, she be telling me stuff. And I'm like, it was wild back in the 50s in the civil rights.
Wow.
I feel like if I start talking to her about sex, which one time we were around one of my girlfriends, and we were all just sitting at my pool, and everyone was talking about sex, and my mom joined the conversation, and I realized that the reason why I don't want to talk to her about my sex life is I don't want to hear about hers. No, please, no, thank you. I'm good.
You want to hear about the 50s? We have come a long way.
We don't want to hear about that.
I don't want to hear it. I'd be saying like my Papa Joe, like literally grab my mom's waist when she's cooking, and that alone is just too much for me. It's a lot.
That's love. No, I'm gonna get Neil I'm gonna have some drinks with her one day. We're gonna have a conversation, because I want to hear.
Lord, do you guys have any girlfriends that overshare?
Oh yeah, I mean, there are girls, but I think there's also got to be some boundaries. There's some boundaries that you don't share with your mother out of respect, right? I'm wondering though, Jeannie Mai is like best friends with her mom. I wonder if she shares everything.
No,
I feel like
I'm curious about that.
They do.
I feel they probably do. Maybe they don't.
They do.
I think there's a level of respect there too. They joke around with each other a lot, but I think there's definitely a level of respect.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, we'll have to ask her when she comes back.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Well, anyways, you guys, we're
going
gonna take.
too.
It is all about fun. We're gonna take a quick break, but we'll be right back. There's more girl chat coming up. This is The Real.
All right. So, dating has been, you know what? I don't even know. For me, it's been absent, right? I haven't been dating since the start of the pandemic, right before the pandemic. I'm curious to know how you guys are doing. Eventually, check it out. You will be able to call up. I just bought a nice office phone. So we will have a hotline where we can get our soulmates involved. But dating is it's been you know what? I'm sure we are all a bit rusty. So I think we just have to believe that the right person is out there for us, right? We have to will that, right? We have to use a little bit of magic. We should all be hopeful. And we should all want to experience the joys of romance, right? We should all want to experience the joys of romance. And I have a talk called Love Good Bad. It's on YouTube. During the next commercial segment, this is the real. I'm just providing some light insight during breaks. But we should all be hopeful of romance, and we'll talk more about that.
Okay, did she shut that down with the quickest or what?
Every Monday night on Fox Soul.
A lot of the younger guys, they trust me. You know I know. Sound like always coming my way.
Welcome back. It's time for some more girl chat. Okay, ladies, I can't wait to get your take on this next topic. This one's a crazy one. Okay, now I think it's safe to say that we all love getting our hair done, right?
Yes.
I need you guys to say yes. And that we love getting compliments from our girlfriends. However, a user on Quora recently wanted to know if it's inappropriate for a man to compliment a woman on her hair or her haircut. And people in the comments were pretty torn, with some saying it depends on who the man is and what the tone of the context is in the compliment. And just in general, ladies, do you think that it would come across inappropriate if a man complimented your hair, or if your man complimented another woman's hair?
No. To me, a compliment is a compliment. I mean, I think nowadays with the whole Me Too of it all, guys don't know what they should say anyways. I think guys are confused. Like,
I know.
do I say a nice dress? Is that coming off, a little bit like I'm coming on to you? But if
Sleazy.
it's strictly a compliment, bring it on.
But it's a difference between, I think it's a difference between a compliment and you being flirtatious. So I think that might be where they're saying, like, he's like, ooh, I would like to take all that beautiful hair down. Like, wait, what? That's a little too much.
That's too much.
But something like it fits your face, or your hair looks really nice today. I don't have a problem with that.
I have a husband that absolutely, if he saw somebody with a great haircut, he'd be like, oh my God, her hair looks beautiful, doesn't it? And I'd be like, it really does. Lonnie, he would compliment your hair.
Or he's telling you?
Both.
Yeah, he's like
I don't
that.
think
He'll say it.
Yeah, he's very gentleman-like and be like, hi, darling, like your hair looks beautiful. Like he's very that. And I think that's amazing and very sweet. What if a guy doesn't like your hair? What if your man doesn't like your hair or doesn't like your haircut? Does he have the right to tell you that he doesn't like it? Garza, have you ever had a man tell you, like, I don't like your hair like that?
I've had guys say, I like your hair when you wear it this way, but now I don't like that.
Yeah, but I'm guilty. I have to admit, I am guilty because I'm in a relationship with a guy who cuts his hair. He cut his hair this summer, James, and it was too short on the top. And I put a picture of him because that's too short. You are not a Marine. You know, it is that's too short. That's too short. And I put it on, and I said, no, that's not. You know, first of all, we talk about stuff like that. There's some things that we talk about. We agreed to talk about as a couple.
Oh, damn.
Talking about because he in the other room. We agreed to talk about this as a couple. You just don't go and get your hair cut from anybody. Just, you know, it was too short on the top.
Is he allowed to tell you if he doesn't like your hair?
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
He knows
She's
better.
a mess. A mess, Lottie, a mess.
He knows better. What are you going to say?
I feel like you can say you don't like it, and that's fine. But I think the importance is to recognize, like, that's not what makes you beautiful. Like, I'm sure I've worn a hairstyle that maybe my husband didn't love. And he'll be like, I don't love it, but he knows I either could take it down. One time I actually showed up at a red carpet. When he left me in the room getting ready, I had long hair. And then when I walked the red carpet, I had my hair cut up to here. And he actually was like, oh, that looks dope. But he also recognizes if he didn't like it, it's going to grow back. It's not that serious.
Right.
And that's the beauty of also wearing wigs. See, we wear wigs and different hairstyles. So if he don't like something, but that's his hair growing out of his head. It was too short. Okay? That's different. You know? It's not like we wear wigs and stuff. It's something different. He has not cut his hair.
Has he cut it again since?
Has he cut it?
No. He has?
I think he has PTSD. I think he doesn't want to.
I was about to say.
I think he looks scared to cut his hair.
I was about to say that.
Poor thing.
Well, on that note, poor James, we are so sorry. I feel your hair looks very nice. And on that note, we're going to take a break. But we've got more show coming up. Don't go anywhere.
All right. I love the assists. I love the pass from the lovely ladies. And what I'm going to do with the pass is I'm going to handle it delicately and then pass it back. It's not that easy to approach. As a man, it's not that easy to approach a woman just randomly, like in a random setting, supermarket, bus stop, even the workplace. Workplace may be a little bit, well, some people say that's off limits. But it's not that easy to approach a stranger, especially if you're not looking your best because it's random. And when we're out and about, we tend to be in a rush. So that's not easy to do. But I tend to start with hello. And my purpose really is to find out if she is single. So I try to, I don't want to, I want to be respectful of her time. And I also want her to know that I am not a bullshit artist. Excuse my language. So I try to emanate that in a short period of time. So I may say, hello, how you doing? add a compliment, and are you single? Right? Because if the answer is no, well, well, lucky man, enjoy the rest of your day. So, it's hard to, but that's usually what I tend. I'm trying to find out if she's single, and if I'm like dapper that day, and I'm feeling a little bit more confident than normal, I may start with I'm single. I may start with hello, ma'am. I noticed that I noticed your colors. I love the way you put your colors together. I'm single, and I don't mean to be rude, but I just want to know, are you single? Because I'm asking the universe to bring me my match. So are you single? Right? So here go the lovely ladies.
I heard that last person is on the line, psyched up and ready to go. Where you at, caller? Where are you?
Right here. Hi.
Hey, sunshine.
Hi.
What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Diamond, and I'm from Philadelphia, PA.
All right, Diamond. Well, this is a little game that we're going to call Quotes for Cash. Graphic.
Okay.
And there it is. All right, so Diamond, how well do you think you know us?
I know you guys 100% or 90%. I've been watching you guys since I was a teenager.
Oh, well, I love that. And we're about to find out if that's true or not. Here's how the game works. Okay, each of us will recite something that we said on the reel or just something random that we heard either in a lyric or a line from a book, a movie, TV series. You get the point. Well, your job right now is to pick the line we said on the show, and for each of the quotes that you actually get right, you're going to hear this sound, and you'll win $100. Right, Lonnie? Lonnie got that money right there.
Yes.
If you get them all right, we're throwing in an extra $200, and we are sending you home with $500. Woo!
Yes.
Money.
Yes.
Now, if you guess incorrectly, this is the sound you're going to hear. We hope we don't hear that sound. And guess what? Then Lonnie's going to keep the money right there in her hands. So, Diamond, are you ready to win some cash?
Right in here.
Yes, I am ready.
All right. Okay. Here we go, Diamond. Okay. Now, this is how the game is about to start. Now, which of the following quotes have I said on the show? Is it A, I could have did what you did to me a few times, or B, you can't put age on sex? All right, Diamond,
B.
What's your choice?
I choose B.
You choose B, which is what? You can't put age on sex.
Don't sex, yes.
All right.
Okay, we got a video to see, so run the video.
You can't put age on sex.
Yay.
There you go. You got it right.
$100.
Thank you.
You got it right. Go ahead, Bonnie.
All right, Diamond, here's for another 100. Focus, okay?
Okay, here's the next one. Which of these quotes did I say on the show? Is it A, my husband is definitely the spender in this house? Or B, I'm saying people can be real creative when it comes to ducking responsibility. What's your choice? Did I say A or B?
I would say you said B.
All right, let's see if you got this right. My husband is the spender in this house.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
It's
The answer you were
okay.
looking for was A. B is actually a line from the author Matt Ruff's book, Lovecraft Country, but don't lose hope. Lonnie's got another one for you. Go, Lonnie.
Yeah. Go, Lonnie.
Okay, you got this one. I have faith in you, all right? Which one of
Thank
these
you.
quotes did I say? Listen up, okay? I've been trying so hard not to go off, but you are trying me or me. I make my own money. That's why I'm not married. Okay, Diamond, which one did I say?
I'm going to have to go with
So
B.
what's the second one? Yes!
Yes.
She's that go with the second one.
I'm going to go with D.
That sounds like a winning answer to me. It's correct.
Thank you.
$200.
Yay.
Was a memoir, was a line from Jennifer Lewis's memoir, The Mother of Black Hollywood. But I always talk about not being married. So Diamond, you have earned yourself a total of $200. But you know what? We like you, so we're not gonna give you the $500. Diamond. Take that.
Thank you. Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Diamond.
You're welcome. Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Nice meeting you too.
Keep watching us. We love you.
I will.
We gotta take a quick break, but we'll be right back. This is The Real.
Bye.
Up next, the hilarious Vanessa Mitchell is here.
All right. Now, we spoke about how to approach a woman. Now, I also want to address the ladies out there. I want to address the ladies as well. There's no rule, or it shouldn't be a rule that says the man has to make the first move. Ladies, you girls are beautiful. If you smile and say hello and ask a man, if he's single, you make our job much easier. We're all looking for the similar things when it comes to romance. So, ladies, you guys can help assist. All right, check out this trailer, this promo. It's called She-Hulk is Coming. Hopefully you guys know who the trailer's about. Check it out.
The minimum requirement for the Olympics is to be the best.
How's this? Don't make me angry, big guy. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Roll games, little nigga strings, the games, roll games, little nigga hang, man.
I'm sure most of you remember the sensational She-Hulk.
Girl Hulk.
Come on, help them your cousin, remember?
I pull cards, I'm a shark, that's a fact. Huh?
Watch my back this time.
Yeah, start watching.
to DJ for Pascal at a private listening event. Come with me to DJ for Pascal at a private listening event.
All right. Thanks for the save, She-Hulk. You feel like smashing things? Pretty much all the time.
Please send the bill to Tony Stark.
The minimum requirement for the Olympics is to be the best at what she is. Exactly.
Yes, that's true. Because I
You
was
may have
listening.
a point there. You may
That's
have
true.
a point there, Adrian.
I've been listening to my wife. I've been listening to my wife all week, and I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard nothing.
See?
One iota. So
Remember Charlie Brown? Wah, 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 wah. That's what
you know
y'all
what? But I
hear.
feel like this is what it is, though. If we are being chastised or being reminded that we didn't do something, you only need to tell us maybe twice. So, and I think in a relationship, both the male and the female will check out if you try to overdo it just to prove a point. Say you haven't won an argument in a long time, and now you finally found somebody who left all the lights on, or somebody who didn't wash dishes and it was their turn. Oh, you're going to hear it for a 15-minute conversation, even though it should have taken 15 seconds.
No, Vanessa, I'll tell you something. It depends on the person. Because when it comes to James Edward Welsh, I tune him out in 2 minutes because he tells the longest stories that I already heard. So I'm just he tells some long. He ends with "and then." He don't end with a period. And then, and it keeps going. So you just have to tune him out.
Poor James.
Oh, man. I believe it. My point of view on this is that men want to hear the facts. Like if I'm talking to Adrian and you, Lonnie, I'm going to say, you know what, I feel this is happening. I wish we weren't doing it. I think guys just want the facts so that it's shorter and they know what they need to do. Like my son Jax, I'll say, it's time for you to unload the dishes. And he'll be like, I know. And I'm like, no, let me finish saying the sentence because I need to. So you guys just want to hear bullet points. That's what you need.
I think women a lot of times know how they want to say things, and they actually put a lot of thought into it because they didn't want to ruffle any feathers. But the minute you cut them off and didn't let them finish what they've been rehearsing, you just extended the conversation another 15 minutes.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
I know, but I had to own it. I had to own it for the fellas like I came up with that, Garcelle.
6 minutes. 6 minutes
is a long time. 6 minutes is a long time.
That's a segment.
Is a long time.
And we done with this one right now. So,
okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. I was happy to do
it.
Can you hear me?
Vanessa, you've always got something to say, which probably comes in handy because you're actually the host of the podcast. Understand this. Before you go, can you tell us about it?
Oh, absolutely. It's getting rave reviews. I've had amazing guests such as Lonnie Love, my sister over there, Tisha Campbell Martin, Joe Coy, Pooch Hall. It's just like talking to people about the now and coming from that comedian perspective. But at the same time, I'm pretty dope with relationship advice. I'm pretty up on it with politics. So we get to just go into a bunch of different worlds and just with no holds barred, because it's a podcast, you don't have to worry about bad words and you just get to the real and the real funny.
Love that.
That's it.
Love it.
It's on all platforms.
Love it. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations, Vanessa.
Yes. Go to understandthispodcast.com to find me.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome. Vanessa, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And we always have a really great time with you. And you can listen to Understand This wherever you get your podcast. And you can catch Finesse live at Cleveland Improv March 25th through the 28th. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of The Real.
I got so much.
All right. let's use this time to talk about a quick household tip when it comes to your electronics. Now, I like to use laptops, and I like to use tablets. At one time, I like to use tablets, and what I noticed with my HP Pavilion, I had two prior to the one I'm using now, but both of them, they would overheat and they would crash, and I didn't really use my computer that often, so I was trying to figure out why. And then when I bought the new computer and it started doing the same thing, I really narrowed it down. And these batteries, I don't use them for my computer. So basically, I mean, if you need to for an emergency, of course, but at home, I keep my computer just with the outlet adapter for the wall. I don't use these because I don't know what these are doing to the computer, but it's not good. So that's a quick tip, and let's check out one quick promo before we get back to the ladies. All right, here we go.
I'm being the crap out of the guy, you know what I mean, Troy? Yeah. Part of the club, you know, not remembering who I am, you know what I mean?
Yo, better come on, looks like you got a snitch in your camp, you know?
Ready for war.
Now deal with it.
All right, let's get back to the ladies.
And also what do I do if he doesn't pull through? And is there a standard time frame that a guy is supposed to propose?
Well, I think you over that time frame.
I think this really depends on what the expectations of the relationship are. Currently, to me, it just seems like the both of you have different expectations. He's 10 years older than you. Maybe he never had any intentions on getting married. Do you want to get married?
Yes, we've actually both talked about it since day one, and we both want that.
Okay, great.
Got it. Does he know that you want to get married now?
Yes.
Okay, the issue I have
about it.
No, what she did, Munchkin, is that she, instead of the marriage, then you tried to compromise with him and say, well, let's buy a house together.
That is my girl, yes.
How do you feel about that? I don't know if that's a compromise. That's not a marriage. That's a commitment.
Yeah, For me, I don't think buying the house shows that he's committed. He's obviously been with you for 8 years, so he definitely wants to be with you. But I don't know, if you don't get the commitment of the marriage, that you should buy a house. I mean, that's just as big as a commitment, I know, but I think you should have it in order. I'm old school. I'm going to say that. I just think that, you know, if he hasn't even proposed yet, buying the house, I don't think is a good idea. Together, anyway.
Has he been married before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of.
I didn't.
It's so funny.
B, financially, does he have enough money to, one, buy you a ring, and does he have enough money to, two, actually purchase this home with you? Because you said he was stressed out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's not that he doesn't want to marry you. Maybe financially he's just not in the place to move forward with, one, a ring to propose with, or two, to put it towards owning a home with you. Is that possibly the issue?
I don't think so. I feel like collectively we make a great income, so I don't think money is the issue in this case.
Exactly. You know what, baby? Let me tell you something. This
It's
is
complicated.
This is Auntie Lonnie. This is my opinion. What you should do. You need to make him miss you. Okay. First of all, y'all been together 8 years. He ought to know if you wife material, if he want to be with you. You got to make him miss you. I would not move into a house with him. I would get my own place. I would start living my life and let him miss you. Now, the reason why I say this usually works, because I know a lot of my girlfriends, when they really wanted to get married to the dude and the dude was taking his time, they would just move on. They would get their own place. They would get on with their own life, and then you let him miss you. You know, so I would think that's the best thing. But don't get in no contract with him.
Of course. I've actually done that in 2017, and it was the same situation where I've asked him to purchase a house, you know, for the both of us, collectively purchase, and then kind of like do it. And he obviously didn't do it, and I just went back together with him.
So what that tell you,
now we're together.
What that tell you?
B, buy your house. Can you buy your
I
house
just feel
on
like he's
your own?
indecisive. I can. It's just I've never purchased a house. I'm 26 years old, so I just yes.
If you can buy it on your own, do that. Worry about that.
Yes.
That's an accomplishment in itself that's much more rewarding than waiting for a guy to do it with you. If you can do it on your own, girl, do it on your own. And he can come in and help you pay for something else.
Do not let that man live in your house rent free.
You know she gonna let him do that. That's the whole point.
Let that man live in that house.
You're so pretty.
Yes,
if he's stalling,
Thank you so much.
girl, move on. Life's too short.
She like,
don't you can say YOLO.
B, you know the answer deep down. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do deep
I think
down.
you know.
B, okay? And you young, girl. Go out. Don't get stuck with one person if he's not giving you what you want. You know?
Okay.
You young,
well, I've given him
get out there.
Trust me. Let me just put it this way, B. I'm just putting this out there. A man does what he wants to do. If he really wanted to commit to you and really wanted to marry you and have a life with you, he would make it happen. If he doesn't, he's not going to. Where there's a will, there's a way. Trust me.
Okay.
B, you be knowing.
Alrighty.
You know.
Yes.
Well, B, thank you for sharing your story with us. We hope everything works out in your favor, but do you.
Yes.
Keep in contact and let us know how things turn out, all right? You're welcome.
Okay. Sending you so much love.
Bye.
So much love. Bye. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of The Real.
And we are here with FoxSoulTVTarik. I want to continue to promote Fox Soul Television, Fox Soul TV. You can download the app. You can watch them on YouTube. The Black Report, TGIF, The Book of Sean, The Tammy Mack Show. And check out my Twitter page. Check out my Twitter page. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to my Twitter page right now. It's right here so you can see. Check out my Twitter page. Actually, check out my YouTube page as well. Let's go to my YouTube page first. So this is my YouTube page, Team Platinum. All right, let's get you a little bit closer. You can check out my videos. Right, I have a few. Well, I have a lot of videos. Right, I have a lot of videos on there. Good stuff. And you can check out my Twitter page. All right, this is my Twitter page. All right. I'm highlighting my health and wellness business, mobile fitness. All right, that's my Twitter page. On my Twitter page, I talk about some injustices that's been done to me. So if you go to my tweets, I talk about some injustices that's been done to me. This is a video on my fitness business. But here go my Twitter. You can at me at Tariq Grant 1978. That's Twitter. All right, back to the ladies.
Right back to you. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you back here tomorrow on The Real.
Live from New York City, it's the...
All right. So, the ladies of The Real, day work is done for the day. But I'm going to be here till 12 o'clock. So I got another 5 hours. All right. But the show gets started at 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we have TGIF, I believe. And then 9 o'clock, we got the Black Report. And then 10 o'clock, we have the Tammy Mack Show. Let me double check the schedule. All right, so I'm off a bit on the schedule. We got the Black Report at 9. Then we got TGIF at 10. And then we got the Tammy Mack Show at 11. So we have a few hours before the Black Report. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to relax. We're going to listen to some music. And we're going to talk about what's going on in the world. I'm going to prepare you guys for the Black Report because they do an awesome job at reporting what's important to us, to the culture, for the culture. So I do know there's something I want to talk about now. I'm going to check my notes, play some music, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, here we go with some sounds. All right, let's rock. All right. We ready to go now. Bear with me while I get these sounds together. Seems we got the haters out, but that's nothing new. So, this is typical. This is real typical. I'm going to reboot my sound system because these guys that are responsible for delivering us our products, like I just finished talking about the computer, but they also like to zap your phones, zap your speakers. Like my system was working fine 2 seconds ago. Now all of a sudden it don't want to work. When I'm trying to do a live broadcast,